What is up, friends? Welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs with some more football here, your weekly Thursday night box opening. We're going to be giving you a little bit of an appetizer before tonight's Thursday night football with some vintage here before we got Bucks and Bills tonight. Not sure if it'll be a good one or not, but hopefully this box is a good one. You can see we've got 1992 Collector's Edge Football First Edition. The Edge is real value. There's 175 cards in the first edition, only 100,000 cards per player, each individually serial numbered. I guess that was a big deal back in the day, but here's the real prize. There are 2,500 signed John Elway cards randomly put in here, and 1,000 Ken O'Brien cards. Why the Ken O'Brien is more rare, I have no idea. But this is another retail box. Of course, we did 93 Action Packed a few weeks ago. You can kind of see the design there, and then there's what the serial numbers will look like on the back. Again, 100,000 was still kind of a lot at this point. There's no great rookies in here. There was a rookie update for cards 176 and above. Most of the rookies were in there. The only good ones would have been like, I don't know, maybe Darren Woodson would have probably been the best. Only one rookie made it into first edition, and it's such a not memorable name that I don't remember it, which would make it not memorable. But again, another retail box here, your Thursday night football appetizer. Unfortunately, my guy Barry Sanders did not make it into this set for whatever reason, as we look at the packs that are pretty hard to read the literature on the front because of the foil. And the design of the packs is usually the same as the box, but this one is slightly different. I don't see any odds on the back here. I don't know exactly how difficult it is to find the Elway. I'm trying to read if there's any odds, but I can't really see them there, so let's just get to ripping. I want to say this was the actual first edition of Collector's Edge. As we check out the design, here's a Bruce Smith, and you can see we've got the serial number on the bottom there. What's that? 99,000, so that one's pretty high numbered, and the card stock here is quite interesting. What is this as well? Some kind of propaganda here. Get the edge on trading information. Don't miss your chance. Something tells me if I fill this out and send it in, it probably won't do much. We've got spacers in between as well. This spacers feel like photo paper, but like I was saying, interesting card stock. There's a Sterling Sharp. Doesn't feel like your traditional card stock. These feel like Bill Pickle. There's an unfortunate name, but these feel like playing cards. Again, all serial numbered on the bottom. I don't know. I would imagine the lower serial numbers probably have more value. Looks like some of the stamping of the serial numbers is a little bit stronger than others as well. I won't go through the backs of all of these, checking serial numbers for low ones. But again, mostly a Elway autograph hunt here tonight. Again, there's no Barry Sanders in here. There's an Andre Reed. We'll see if we can't find some Hall of Fame quarterbacks for my side PC. And we'll also be looking for Patriots. There is Ricky Prohl. I think that was his third season. Testaverde in those creamsicle Bucks uniforms. And then for whatever reason, we had a spacer for a spacer. So nothing too crazy yet. Only one Hall of Fame. Actually, I don't know if Andre Reed is in... Is Andre Reed in the Hall of Fame? Someone let me know in the comments down below. But Bruce Smith, the best one we've come across thus far. And we're seeing, we had one dupe there. That's probably bound to happen with only 175 cards set. Looks like Tim McGee, the last one there. I don't know why would you put a spacer at the end of the pack to keep the back of the last card from touching the foil of the pack? Like, that's kind of weird because there's not one on top. Not sure what they were thinking. Kind of seems like a waste of money putting all these spacers in here, Collector's Edge. Maybe that's why they're not around anymore. There's a Thurman Thomas. I think that takes the lead for best one so far. Jeff George, legendary bust. Mike Tomczak, probably mostly known for his time with the Steelers. Al Toon. And some Jets to end things out. Irv Eatman. Been a very unusual football season for me. I think I've said recently in videos, this is the first time in almost 20 years that I have not played fantasy football, so admittedly, I have not been paying too close of attention. There's another Thurman Thomas to football this year. Definitely doesn't help that I was just about to mention the Patriots. There's Bruce Armstrong. Had a great career for the Patriots, probably one of the best offensive linemen in Pat's history. Ernest Biner, decent name back then. But yeah, speaking of the Patriots, I said they've been so bad this year that it's been hard for me to watch. I didn't even sign up for Red Zone this year. I mostly only was getting that for fantasy football purposes. And I no longer have YouTube TV either, so pretty much I am only catching the games. There's another Reggie Roby. Only catching the games on the streaming services, so usually the 1 o'clocks on Paramount, whatever that happens to be. It's usually going to be the Patriots if they are playing at 1 o'clock. And then I catch the Sunday night game as well on Peacock, usually playing in the background while I'm doing something here on my lappy top, either editing a video or working on some stuff for eBay. Cornelius Bennett there. I will say this, 92 Collector's Choice is not Collector's Choice, Collector's Edge. Collector's Choice is Upper Deck. There's an Eric Allen and Browning Nagel, the last one. While these do feel like playing cards, again, not your traditional card stock, that seems to be a positive for keeping these black borders intact. Some have had a little bit of like printing speck on there, but traditional card stock that has these black borders. There's another Bruce Smith crushing Boomer Esiason. Deion Sanders, that's definitely the best one we've come across so far. His stuff has been selling pretty well on my eBay store. He's had a spike in value thanks to everything he's been doing with the University of Colorado. His popularity has picked up in the hobby, so not a clean rip there. Not sure how many packs were in this box. I want to say it was probably 24, so we've still got a good amount to go here. Still haven't seen any Hall of Fame QBs. There's the fridge, William Perry, and then Michael Dean Perry, back to back, kind of sorta. Emmitt Smith, a little bit off center. You can see you got a little white speck on the bottom there, but it's not paper loss. It is actually just a speck because, again, these are not paper. They feel like literally like plastic, but same exact stock as a deck of bicycle playing cards. There is Vance Johnson, Brian Blades, his brother Benny earlier, Mike Singletary. Can't win with him. I'll always remember that press conference from him. Of course, Singletary is in the hall. Mel Gray, Toby Caston. Kind of weird that you would put a bunch of Lions in here and then not Barry Sanders. I'm not entirely sure what the story is on that, why they wouldn't put him in here. He must have had, I don't know, some kind of exclusive deal with the other trading card companies. Seeing some more dupes here. There is the Nigerian Nightmare, Christian Okoye, Rodney Peete. Probably most known for his famous celebrity wife, Holly Robinson Peete. Used to be on some shows in the 90s. I don't remember which one. I want to say Living Single, but I don't think that is correct. There's another question somebody can answer for me in the comments down below. There's those baby blues, Houston Oilers. Vance Johnson. Seen a bunch of punters and kickers. That's not usually a good sign. Tony Mandrich, Mike Golick of Mike and Mike fame. Back-to-back Eagles to end out. We've seen that in a couple of packs now where it's the same team ending things out. Next pack, here we go. Again, hunting for that Elway autograph. Even though I have no idea how difficult it is to find. Probably extremely difficult. There is a Derek Thomas, either running by or about to crush Jerry Rice. Andre Rison, another Tom Zach, and then Brian Mitchell in the house. It's a Joni Mitchell reference for all you young folks out there. I guess more of a Janet Jackson reference, because it makes me think of that song before Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell in the house. Don't remember the name of that song. Here's the actual baby blues for the Houston Oilers. I want to say, didn't the Texans buy like their history or whatever? I think they might have. I'm pretty sure the Browns bought their history back from the Ravens. I could be wrong on that. And as usual, a spacer for no apparent reason to end things out. Looks like we're roughly about halfway through this box, maybe a little bit more. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. If you are, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and of course sub to the channel if you have not subbed yet. We have made partner here on Headlocks and Hot Packs, but only for things like super chats thus far. We are working our way towards 1,000 subs and being able to get those ads here on the channel, so any and all support definitely is appreciated here. Even the bad comments, I do see all of them. I think because of the settings I have on the channel, if depending on what you say, it might not stay. Your comment may not stay, so keep it clean if you can. There's a Cortez Kennedy, who is also in the hall. Another Haywood Jeffries, that is how that is pronounced, even though it's spelt differently. Vinnie Clark, and then Monty Coleman. Where are all the Hall of Fame quarterbacks? I don't think we've seen a single one thus far. Let's see if we can't change that. A few more packs left to go. We will get away from the vintage and go back into some modern for next Thursday's box opening, so make sure you turn for that. There's an Eric Dickerson, Tony Mandarich again, and then the last one, Joe Jacoby. A bunch of offensive linemen in here too. You don't see a ton of offensive linemen make it into modern football sets. I think that was mostly the old days here, which it's still kind of weird to consider this the old days, because of these years I still remember like they were yesterday. Doesn't really ever change the older you get. There's another Cortez Kennedy. I'm gonna start going through these a little quicker as much as I can. There is Michael Jackson, Jam On, Rodney Peete, and then Dick Johnson, Richard Johnson. That kind of reminds me of the old bit from the Austin Powers movies. It looks like a giant Johnson. People that have seen that will definitely remember the reference. More kickers, yippee. Steve Broussard. I love those early 90s Falcons uniforms, the black on blacks. The all black helmet with the white outline of the Falcon. Those are pretty dope. Black on black on black. Starting to see the bottom of the box now, so we are getting towards the end. Thanks for sticking with us here, guys. I think I've mentioned it before, but there's been a lot of new old sealed vintage at the LCS. So I'm going to have to take a trip out there and see what else they got. I like to make every box opening here something that I have not opened before on the channel, so when the LCS re-ups, that is usually the time for me to re-up as well. And the prices are always good too. This box here I picked up for 20 bucks. Can't beat that at all. A few more packs here. How crazy would it be if we hit the Elway autograph one of these final packs? I might let out a big Ric Flair woo. There's a Greg McMurtry. I haven't seen much of anything for Patriots in here either. Ernest Givens. That spacer took some poo-poo on it or something. Lance Smith. Again, more offensive linemen. What's the deal? Where is all the good QBs? Looking like I'm not going to have too much for PC ads out of this box. Well, we start with the propaganda this time. There's a switch up. Brian Brennan. Some more Jeff Cross. Some more dupes. And another kicker. Yippee, Skippy, Pat Swilling. And then another Joe Jacoby to round that one out. Of course, there's all kinds of other fun stuff here on the channel. You know, the reactions with Mom, me introducing her to my favorite hip-hop songs. Those have been pretty popular. You can catch those on Sundays. There's Mark McGuire's brother, Dan. He didn't last super long in the league. Tuesday nights here on Headlocks Hot Packs. There's Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. Tuesday nights, and Michael Irvin. That one's not too bad. Tuesday nights have become kind of trivia night, or if I've got anything miscellaneous to show off, we did the top 5. My top 5 favorite wrestling autographs in my collection a few weeks ago. I'm going to try and keep sneaking stuff like that in. And that brings us to our final pack here. Again, your Thursday night football appetizer, Bucks versus Bills tonight. Bills coming off a loss to the Patriots, a shocking loss. At this point, I kind of would almost rather, there's James Lofton, I kind of would almost rather the Patriots just keep losing so they can get a good draft pick. And then hope to hell that somebody takes the drafting duties away from Bill Belichick. He's done decent with drafting defensive players, but he's awful at drafting people for the offense the whole time he's been here. So that is all the packs from 92 Collector's Edge. Again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. We struck out on the Elway autograph hunt. I certainly wasn't expecting to come across it, but fun to at least rip through this and see if we couldn't find one. I would have probably been really butthurt if I came across the Ken O'Brien and not the John Elway. I can't imagine that one's got too much value. But that's all for tonight. Like I said, we'll be getting back into some modern next week, and it's going to be some wrestling, so come on back for that one next Thursday, wrestling fans, and of course check out all the other cool stuff in between. Our next video will be video game stream highlights coming up on Saturday night, so if you want to see what game I play, don't miss out on that one. But again, that's it for this evening. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you enjoy your weekend coming up. We will catch up with you real soon. Have a good night, guys.